Hello, and welcome back to Own Your Peace. I'm your host, Andy Thewison. And today is going to be a little bit different of an episode. This is something that has been weighing on my heart, on my mind, and it's something that I'm seeing playing out in real time with my clients, with people that have been coming into my experience. And I just feel very strongly that it's something I need to speak to. So, funny enough, today, as I'm getting ready to talk about this topic that's been on my heart, I look over at my calendar and the little message of today, we don't overthink our way toward happiness, only out of it. And that is what I want to talk about today is happiness and fulfillment. Real talk. Most people are not actively living, they're existing. They're stuck in this rinse and repeat cycle of wake, work, scroll, sleep, and it's so slowly killing our souls. If you've been feeling like you're on autopilot and feeling really stuck in that autopilot, this episode's for you. I have been there myself where every day felt like I was just living and barely surviving. And it's taken a while, it's taken work. But I am in this beautiful energy of true fulfillment and true joy. I wake up excited about my days. I wake up knowing I'm on purpose, I'm on plan, I'm on point in my life. And there's this deep fulfillment with the work that I'm doing. And that's not something we just wake up to. It's not something that just happens. We're not just happy because of what we're experiencing in our existence. It's happiness and deep fulfillment is soul work. It's stepping out and unplugging from the chaos that is the matrix and really choosing to stop playing that game and stepping into something different, choosing something different for ourselves. So that is really the way this conversation is going to go. I really want to help you see things differently and maybe get a different perspective on happiness and joy and fulfillment in your own life. I really do hope that this episode serves you and you're able to walk away with some really beautiful aha moments. We're still like in the depths of eclipse portal where lots of endings are happening. New beginnings are waiting to play out. And there is a lot of uncertainty in the energetic sphere via astrology and what's going on. So there is this ending of cycles and this beautiful opening and development of new ways of being. And I think this is a great time to talk to this. And I really want to speak to complacency. I think sometimes we do all the things. We get the job, we do the work, we go to school, we play by the rules that have been laid out for us from when we were little. We do all the things. We're nice. We're a good human. We go to school. We get the nice job. We have the nice house. We have the nice clothes. We have the nice cars. We have all the things that on paper are supposed to make us happy and that are, that we've been sold that are supposed to bring us joy. And we're sitting in our lives, most of us within the ages of 35 and into our 40s are feeling this in real time, where we're looking around at our lives and we're like, this isn't it. All this stuff that they said I should do to get to this point in life, I'm still looking around at my life and I'm not happy. I'm not fulfilled. I'm literally on autopilot and I'm not living a life where I'm lit up by joy and peace and happiness. It's just not there. I'm looking around and I have all these things I should be truly grateful for, but I can't stop this ache in my heart. And that is what I want to speak to. It's this complacency. It's this being sold this bill of goods of things that were supposed to make us happy. It's settling into this comfort zone, which really is just a trap. Complacency keeps us stuck. It keeps us thinking that if we have all these nice little things, that's what's going to lead us to happiness. There's all this cultural conditioning that leads us to this point. And the cost of this, by not really stepping out of this matrix, stepping out of complacency, stepping out of our comfort zones and really challenging our souls, the cost is boredom. We're bored. we're frustrated, we're depressed, we're disconnected from our soul's true light, our soul's true purpose. There are so many tools that we have at our fingertips to step back into this. And a lot of them are things I talk about: astrology and human design. These are all maps that were left to us by our creator to help guide us back to ourselves when we have plugged into the matrix and disconnected from our soul's guidance. And these are things that we can use to guide us back, because we are souls that are here to serve. We're souls that are here to be challenged and excited and take risks and step into something that is outside our comfort zone, that is outside of that the beautiful monotony of complacency. Here are some signs that you might be living in autopilot. If you're like, I don't know, I think my life's pretty fine, listen to this and see if you might be in autopilot. You dread Mondays and live for the weekends. You can't remember the last time you were actually lit up about something. You compare yourself constantly, or you numb out on social media and Netflix or any other binging service. You may say someday more than today. That's a big one. I really want you to take a minute and check in with yourself. If any of those things were like, yeah, I do that. That's where I'm at right now. There's no judgment. I I have been stuck in complacency myself. Been stuck in autopilot. I've been there. And I can tell you there's something that shifts within you when you say no to the mundane and you say no to complacency and you choose something different for yourself. You choose to take risk. You choose to step into what your soul was created to do. And yes, I have tools that can help you figure out what that is. But the biggest thing is to step out of where you feel stuck and where you feel safe. Okay? There is a path back to fulfillment. And this can look like almost like a soul strategy map. The first step is awareness, naming where you feel stuck. Here's a journal prompt for you. Where am I living someone else's dream instead of my own? Oof, this is so easy for us to do. And this goes back to that living in complacency and really feeling stuck in our own lives and sleepwalking through our own lives. We live vicariously through others. That's where the awareness can comes in. I, this is, I might get canceled for this, but we spend so much of our energy invested in other people who have nothing to do with our lives. I love Taylor Swift. Huge fan. She's a very talented gal. I think she's amazing. I think she's highly gifted. She's a smart, meticulous businesswoman, and I think the world of her. I really do. Um, but am I vesting all my energy into her? Absolutely not. I'll listen to her songs, I'll jam out, I'll sing, I'll play, I'll sing along. But is my life energy, my precious life energy, going into hers? Absolutely not. I choose to be, and this is what I want for you more than anything. I want you to be just excited about your own life and what you're creating in your experience as you were for Travis and Taylor when they got engaged. I want that type of excitement to be brooding within you every day with what you're creating for yourself. The fact that the internet shut down and everyone was just so invested in the English teacher and the gym teacher getting engaged. And this is not just Taylor and Travis. This is so much of our precious energy is getting sucked into online drama. Just check the comments section on any big story. And it is so much beautiful, precious life energy being channeled into something you have absolutely no control over. Let's call it back, friends. Let's call back our own energy, our precious, amazing life force energy, and call it back to ourselves and get that excited about your own life. I want you like so excited about your life and what you're creating that you are can't keep you can't stay out. You're like not falling. There's this difference right now, right? I know a lot of us have a hard time sleeping. Maybe it's the dread, maybe it's the depression, maybe it's the anxiety, the fears that keep us up at night. I want you to be up at night because you're so excited about what you're creating. Your mind's going crazy with ideas for creation. That's what I want for you. Obviously, I want you to sleep. You need your sleep. But if you're going to be up at night, I want it to be up with excitement of what you're creating. So there has to be an awareness. Where are you giving away your precious life force energy? Especially my generators and mansions, you guys create this massive energy that is the literal baseline of the energetics planet's energy. So when we can get you guys out of frustration, out of stuckness, and into genuine lit upness, the whole thing changes. The game board changes. That's a whole lot for right now. But I'm just saying, like, the more you can get vested and intentional in your own life, that's when magic happens. Because what you marry your life force energy and what you choose to create out of your life, that's where shifts truly happen. But if you're, spending all your energy spinning out about a gal at a Phillies game who made a idiotic move and didn't make the best choice in a situation, but you're spending all this energy in the comment section railing on this person you have no connection to, or people who were caught on film having an affair, and you're energetically pulled to weighing in on that. Call your energy back. Stop being vested in these things that you have no energetic input in, really, other than just wasting your beautiful, amazing energy on it. So disengage from the craziness that is the chaotic matrix that we're all a part of, and bring it back. Okay, that's the awareness. Where are you giving your energy away? Call it back and use that beautiful life and force energy for the next step, which is desired activation. It's a permission to want more, to step into getting really clear on what you desire. Are you in a job that doesn't serve, that you are literally wasting away your days and it's sucking the life out of you? Okay, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. Obviously, you're an adult, you have bills to pay, but is there some small thing that you can start doing? Maybe it's a side hustle. Maybe it's just allowing yourself to spend some time meditating and allowing ideas to come in that might create something for you, to spark some ignition in you into more play, into more fun, into more activation within your own life. You have to set the desire that you want to be activated. You have to set the intention and give yourself permission to want more. It's okay that you can look around your house and be super grateful for everything that is surrounding you. You might be really blessed in a monetary way and still feel like you're not fulfilled. And this is your permission to be like, it's okay that I want more. It's okay that I want to step out of complacency. I want to challenge myself. I want to step into a higher vibration, a higher version of myself. That's that desired activation that I'm talking about. And step three is allowing yourself to make those micro shifts that will help you get into this. In a couple episodes back, I talked about Virgo energy and magic being in the mundane. It's those small daily choices that will reconnect us to joy. So I want you to make a list of things that light you up, things that you maybe have put on a shelf or have forgotten about, that really that make you happy, that make you excited. Think about, maybe it's going on a walk after dinner. Maybe it's coloring. Maybe it's, jumping on the trampoline. Maybe it's rollerblading. Allow your inner child to speak. Allow yourself to step into more play and to more fun. Maybe it's just meditating. Allow yourself to get really clear. What micro shifts can I make that will shift the trajectory of my life? Maybe that's more play. Maybe that's more fun. Maybe that's like dialing back the amount of time you're on social media. Maybe that's shifting how you're using your beautiful, precious energy. Maybe it's things that you need to disengage from because you're too vested and you're wasting your energy. You get too tense and anxious when you are in this, whatever it is you're connected to. Think about where you're connecting your energy to and where you can pull back and detach from that. So think about those small daily choices and how you can do your life different. And if you need help, that's what I'm here. I have all kinds of different types of offerings because this is what I do, friends. I help you step out of it. I help you craft and create a life that truly serves you, that you are excited to wake up to. I had this funny thought, and and I have all kinds of crazy thoughts in my head, and it's a fun place to be. Like I so interested to study my brain because I have a million thoughts going a million miles an hour. And I thought about how to brand myself. It's so hard to kind of sometimes explain what it is I do. So I was thinking, I'm like, I'm a sole purpose fluffer. So I don't, I'm not into pornography, but there is a terminology within that world. Where's a fluffer? So it kind of helps keep the party going between scenes. We'll just leave it at that. And I want to be that fluffer for you that gets you excited, gets you amped up and turned on by your own life. I want you to have that, like I said, that energy that you're investing into everybody else's business but your own. Want that to channel it back into your life. I want to fluff you up and get you turned on to your own life. So you're living a life that you're truly lit up about. I feel like that's a really good way to explain what I do. Moving on. Step 4, alignment with your design. Going in and using human design, using astrology, these star maps from our creator to align with what you are meant to be doing. Really looking at your energetic type. A generator is going to move a little bit differently than a projector or a manifester. Looking at your North Node, that's a really good indicator of what your soul is meant to mature into and move into. And these can be tools that can help you recalibrate your path and really help you step into what your soul came here to master and move into. If you want to know where you get stuck, look at your South Node. That's your comfort zone. That's what you're meant to move beyond. But those are some tools, some things that are available to you that are out there. But really start to use these tools as what they are. They are maps from your creator because they knew you would come down here, that you would come to Earth and you would forget everything. You would forget why you were here. So we have a loving creator. They didn't just drop us here on earth without any type of map or direction. We have our astrology, we have our human design, we have gene keys, we have soul contracts, there are so many beautiful tools out there from different practitioners that can help guide you back to your soul's purpose. It's just finding the right guide for you. And if that's me, great. If not, that's great too. You'll find the person who's meant to be your person. But don't forget that those tools are here to help guide you. And aligning with those things can help you really get back on track and help your soul remember why you're here. I always like to say when I'm doing readings, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm just turning on the remembrance, and your soul will recognize all I'm going to say. I'm just helping you remember what you've forgotten for yourself. All right, step 5, courage to change. That takes a lot of courage to step outside that comfort zone and do something different, especially where we've been so conditioned throughout our lives to do things in a certain way, to step in line, to follow a pre designed path that we're all meant to follow. I feel like it's strange that we all are meant to follow the same path, that it's all that we're all supposed to go to school, get some type of degree, get married, have kids, and that's what we're supposed to do. Buy the house, buy the cars, do all the things, and that's your path to happiness. I guarantee you that all of us have a little bit different way of doing that. And when we really start to take that power back and we take the courage to do things different and we choose expansion over fear, because sometimes those can feel the same. We can feel excited and fearful at the same time. And let's choose excitement. Let's choose expansion. Let's choose the unknown, even though it's scary. to step into something greater for ourselves. And like I said, we're in this portal of change between eclipses where this is even more available to us to make these shifts. So I want you to add this mantra for yourself, if you will. If not now, when? We can't keep putting tomorrow off. A lot of us are waking up in our 40s and like, where is my life gone? It went by like that. And now is it too late? Am I too late to the party? Actually, I'm here to tell you, if you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and even beyond, all of us have different wake up times. This truly is the time that most souls truly wake up and they're ready to do things differently. They're ready to shift and change into step into more soul purpose. So if you're feeling this calling within you to, and there is this discontent, you're right on time. You're doing this right on time. Okay. So let's talk about how do we do this. Let's talk about some practice, some tools, and things that you can use to step out of complacency, to step out of the stuck energy. Add a mini ritual at the end of your day. Step one, think about 3 things that make you feel alive. Going back to your joyful playlist, commit to do one this week. It is amazing to me how much we underestimate the amount of power of play, of creativity. That is the language of the divine. The divine lives through creativity, play, and lightness. So many of us have been on these healing journeys of fixing this and fixing that. So we're in this really heavier energy where we need to look at our stuff. We need to work on deconditioning from some things. But sometimes I feel like we get stuck in our own mud, and that can lead us to complacency as well as we're just kind of stuck in this like healing vibe. But once we decondition and we choose different and we step out of that, that's when we can step into that co creation with the divine, where we're in play, where we're in fun, where we're stepping into thriving and moving on beyond surviving. And that is the thing that I want you to really prioritize. I want you to stop just getting by, eking by. These are the words that we use, and really figure out and do things every week that make you feel alive, that make you feel excited about life. What are you the most excited to do? What's something you've done that you haven't done for a while that you really enjoy? And I'm talking, it could be the dumbest things: rollerblading, watching a sunset, doing a hike, packing a picnic. Getting outside your comfort zone is so important, and allowing yourself to embrace your creative side, whatever that looks like for yourself. But disrupting patterns is the key thing here. Disrupting a pattern of complacency with something new. Keep that in mind. Okay, here's another journal prompt for you. If I weren't afraid of judgment or failure, what would I do differently? That's a really good journal prompt. But think about it this way. So many of us feel constrained by the restrictions of what we think other people think about us, or our family's expectations of us, or things we've been told about ourselves. So it feels like we're really restricted by these concepts of ourselves. So I want you to think about, if I just left it all behind, if I just as a person moved onto the other side of the world and started over where nobody knew who I was. Nobody had any context of where I came from. Nobody knew I grew up poor. Nobody knew that I had this, or this happened to me. And you just were able to completely start over, fresh start. How would you do things differently? And why are you not allowing yourself to do that? What's keeping you from stepping into a completely fresh start where you're at? How could you do that now, even if it's baby steps? Choosing different for yourself, choosing yourself. That's the key thing. There's so much magic when we allow ourselves to really unravel from the programming that we placed in. Like I said, that fresh start, Start envisioning that for yourself where you're free to shift and to change and to allow people to see you in a new light. At the end of the day, nobody's really thinking about you. Hate to break it to you. Everybody's on their own journey and thinking about their own stuff. They might think about you here or there. They might judge you. They might pass judgment. They might laugh at you. They might do all those things. But again, why give them power over your life? Allow yourself to surprise yourself, allow yourself to surprise others, and really start to build out this new version of yourself. And again, another great way to do that is with I am affirmations. We know the magic behind the words I am, they're the words of the creator. They are the building block of creation. And sometimes when you say something like, I am happy, that doesn't feel true because you truly aren't. Even though you want so desperately to have joy and happiness and fulfillment in your life, that might not be where you're at. Maybe shift it to what if I allowed myself to be happy? What if I took steps to becoming happier? Or maybe even shift it like I am becoming happier every day. I am beginning to step into more happiness and joy and play in my life. Think about these things in your life, but it really does. There's so much duality in the world right now. Look around you. There's so much hate. There's so much negative energy everywhere. So, to truly step into fulfillment and true happiness within yourself, you have to disconnect from it all. You've got to be in a place where you're detached. And that's not from a heartless place. But the best thing you can do for this very broken world is to come back to yourself, come back to your sovereignty, come back to your true joy, your true soul purpose is to serve and to uplift the other people around you. So if you want true joy and purpose in your life, it's not about the houses, it's not about the money, it's not about all those things that we've been told it's about. Are those things fun? Absolutely. Do I want those things? 100% I do. I want to have those things. But I do it from a place of wholeness. I am happy and fulfilled in my life right now. I love everything about my life. I love what I have created for myself. And when I live in a place of that fancy bag I want, the fancier cars, maybe the nicer house, those things I want to bring into my experience, they're play, they're extra, they're fun. They're not a hole that I'm trying to fill. They're coming from a place of completeness and wholeness. And when we create and call those things into our experience and we allow ourselves to be a receptive energy, things shift, things change. We create more wholeness in our lives. And we're not looking for happiness outside of ourselves. It's not the carrot that's dangling in front of us. Oh, well, I'll be happy when I create this. I'll be happy when this happens. I'm happy because I am. I'm happy because I'm serving and I'm doing life on purpose. I'm waking up and I have these beautiful ideas that I need to share. And if one person listens to this podcast and it makes a difference, then I did it. Great, fantastic. I served. And when we come at life from that energy, that is when we shift the entire thing. Here's a beautiful way to really kind of center back into happiness in your life and create more happiness and joy in your life. Choose to serve. Wake up every day. I have a whole routine I do. And the more I sink into my routine, the happier I am because I know that it's an anchor for me. But one of the first things I do every morning when I wake up is, Dear Spirit, help me be an answer to a prayer today. Help me be a gift to someone else's life today. And I truly want to live my life in that way. And that is a way that you shift your happiness because you're not making it about yourself. You're making it about what you can give and not what you can get. And when you live from that open hearted space, and then you align with purpose, then you align with how you can help people and what you have to give. That's when you create real shift and real change in your life. And then that's when things start to come awake and when you come alive in your life. So start your day with that. Start with a prayer. Start with how can I be an answer to somebody's prayer today? Then meditate, get quiet, silence the noise that is around you and get really quiet and choose to disengage and step into what I call the quantum field, where all possibilities live. Step into, I'm opening my heart and I'm allowing myself to be a vessel for helping others. And I'm open to doors and possibilities and conversations I didn't know existed. Shifting that way and see how that feels. Opening yourself up to receive guidance from your angels, your guides, your cosmic family, your healed and healthy ancestors, and see what comes in. Choose to, read some pages of the book that help you sharpen your skill, sharpen your saw. I like to read books that are about astrology or other topics first thing in the morning, and I call it sharpening my saw. Reading about things that help me learn and grow and expand my knowledge base so that I am able to show up in a way and help you as well. Then I do my journaling prompts and I really get deep. I'll maybe pull some tarot cards. And then I spend time with my husband and I connect with him and my kids before they go to work and school. And then I go and I move my body. I get out in the sun and I do my little walk and talk records. So that is how I have shifted my days to be on more alignment and more on purpose in the way that I'm starting my day. And when I do that, that's just the whole trajectory of my day. And I can show up for you, whether that be through sessions or through coaching or even just recording this podcast or creating my content in a completely new way. You might have felt the shift in my energy and the way that I'm showing up online. I hope you have, because I have been very, very intentional in doing so because I want to show up different. I want to show up as a reminder to how we can change and embody the energy of source, of spirit, of light, and how we can be a vessel for it that helps uplift those around us. That's how we change into joy, into fulfillment. We open our vessel up to serve and to be a vessel of light, of God's love, of his joy, of his peace, or whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. We have different names for it, but it all means the same thing. Closing thoughts as I land this ship, so to say, is I really want you to step back into being the most passionate, the biggest cheerleader of your own life. Call back your energy, all that energy you're investing into things that are inconsequential in your own life. Be your biggest cheerleader, cheer yourself on. Choose to step out of complacency and into a life that truly serves, that lifts you up and allows you to be open for more and to live a life that truly does light you up. You weren't put here just to survive. You were designed to thrive. Fulfillment isn't a luxury, it's your birthright. Much love, and you have a fantastic day. Till next time.